transfer this to the business of the day.
Thank you.
For the committee reports, there was none scheduled for today. And for the calendar of business, we have unfinished business. I move to call on the Committee on Finance Chair,
The Honorable,
Honorable Rina Quino.
the Honorable Quino is recognized.
Good morning, Mr. Presiding Officer. Excuse
Good
me.
morning.
To all our handsome and beautiful councilors. For item 1T, this is from the Municipal Budget Office, and these are the Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget for the calendar year 2025 of Barangay Sangkanan, Barangay Mambatangan, Barangay Lindaban, and Barangay Agusan Canyon for their annual budget for the calendar year 2024. Since they've already presented their annual budget during the committee hearing last Monday, Mr. Presiding Officer, so I think all the August body present in the committee hearing and already understood the reason behind the late submission of their annual budget of the different barangays. So, Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of this annual budget of Barangay Agusan Canyon for the calendar year 2024. And for the annual budget of Barangay Sangkanan, Mambatangan, and Lindaban for the calendar year 2025.
So there's a motion for the approval of the annual budget for the Sangguniang Kabataan for calendar year 2024 of Barangay Agusan Canyon. Any second? Any comments? There being none, the motion is approved. And there's also a motion for the approval of the annual budget for Sangguniang Kabataan for Barangay Sangkanan, Lindaban, and Mambatangan for calendar year 2025. Any second? Any objections? There being none, the motion is approved.
For item number 2, may I call on the Committee Chair on Laws, Rules, and Regulation to sponsor this Memorandum of Agreement for Manolo Fortich National High School.
The Honorable Liparto Salabe.
For the unfinished business, Mr. Presiding Officer, as checking on the attached document, there is still lacking of documents for us to approve the item. So I move this to be moved to the next session, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Okay, for item number 2, for the concerns of the MOA with Manolo Fortis National High School, we will defer this to the next session as unfinished business.
For business of the day, for second reading, I move to recognize the committee chair on farmers. At the same time, the main author of this proposed ordinance 2025-2022-60, Honorable Elsevier Dagunlay.
For second reading, Madam Secretary.
For second reading is proposed ordinance number 2025-2260 of the Sangguniang Bayan entitled An Ordinance Establishing Guidelines for Subsidized Accident Insurance Coverage for Farmers, Fisher Folk, and Farm Workers in the Municipality of Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon through the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation's Accident and Dismemberment Security Scheme and appropriating funds, therefore principally authored by the Honorable Elseber A. Dagunlay and majority of the members.
The Honorable Dagunlay.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. So, proposed ordinance number 2025-2260 of the Sangguniang Bayan entitled an ordinance establishing guidelines for subsidized accident insurance coverage for farmers, fisherfolk, and farmer workers in the municipality of Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon through the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation's Accidents and Disbursement Security Scheme and appropriating funds therefore authored by yours truly and co-authored by the Honorable Raquel Bayaca Gabales, Honorable Rinaldo L. Bagayas Jr., Honorable Reina Iquinho, Honorable Joy Labisores Cordobes, Honorable Christy Liparto Salabi, Honorable Alex Di Payanga, Honorable Merijin P. Gilayan, and Honorable Princess C.G. B. Padin. So, Mr. Presiding Officer, this is properly discussed during the committee hearing with the participation of the Philippine Crop Insurance Incorporated and approved in the first reading. So I move for the approval for this ordinance number 2025-2260, Mr. Presiding Officer.
So there's a motion for the approval of the proposed ordinance establishing guidelines for subsidized accident insurance coverage for farmers, fisherfolk, and farm workers in the municipality of Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon through the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation's Accident and Disbursement Security Scheme and appropriating funds therefore. Any second? Any comments? So there being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Item 2 for second reading is proposed ordinance number 2025-2261 of the Sangguniang Bayan entitled An Ordinance Establishing the Community Voice Initiative Program of the Municipality of Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, and per other purposes, authored by the Honorable Rinaldo L. Bagayas Jr.
May I request the Honorable Dagunlay to sponsor this item?
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. So proposed ordinance number 2025-2261 of the Sangguniang Bayan entitled An Ordinance Establishing the Community Voice Initiative Program of the Municipality of Manolo Fortich and for other purposes, authored by the Vice Mayor Honorable Rinaldo L. Bagayas Jr. And this is properly discussed during the committee hearing and during first reading, Mr. Presiding Officer. So I move for the approval for this ordinance number 2025-2261, Mr. Presiding Officer.
So there's a motion for the approval of the proposed ordinance establishing the Community Voice Initiative Program of the Municipality of Manolo Fortich and for other purposes. Any second? Any objections? So there being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Item 3 for second reading is proposed ordinance number 2025-2262 of the Sangguniang Bayan entitled An Ordinance Establishing the School Safety Zones in the Municipality and Establishing the Minimum Safety and Security Measures in these zones and for other purposes, authored by the Honorable J.S. Albaresi and co-authored by the Honorable Miguel D. Dimata and the Honorable Flora May D. Pinazo.
The Honorable Albarese.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the ordinance establishing the school safety zones in the municipality, establishing the minimum safety and security measures in these zones and for other purposes. We thoroughly discussed this during the committee hearings, Mr. Chair, and this is intended for the safety of the teachers, the students, the parents, and the public in general, including the motorists, Mr. Chair. the committee have recommended for the approval of this ordinance subject to the following amendments: the adoption of a data privacy section of the Bawal Bastos ordinance that we have, in revision of the budget allocation to include subsequent years beyond 2026, and also revision on the provision of personal visibility to PNP or host barangay, not just PNP and host barangay, and under the supervision of the PNP, Mr. Chair. In view thereof, I move for the approval of this proposed ordinance number 2025-2262 on second reading.
So there's a motion for the approval of the proposed ordinance establishing the school safety zones in the municipality and establishing the minimum safety and security measures in these zones and for other purposes. Any second?
Second.
Any comments? There being none, the motion is now approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
For the transferred item 1A, I move to recognize the Honorable Rina Christy Liparto Salave to sponsor.
The Honorable Salave.
For item 1A, it is a resolution expressing profound commendation and recognition to Ms. Kayla Balungkas for her outstanding academic achievement in graduating cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science degree from the Central Mindanao University class of 2025. So the local government unit of Manolo Fortich recognizes the importance of academic excellence as a pillar of personal development and community progress. Whereas Ms. Kayla Balungkas, a resident of Barangay Lunukan, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, has brought pride and honor to her family, barangay, and the municipality through her exemplary academic performance, which also contributes positive to the reputation of Manolo Fortich as a municipality that nurtures and values education and reinforces its commitment to supporting youth development and academic excellence. She also serves as an inspiration and a role model for the youth of Manolo Fortich, providing that determination and hard work can lead to academic excellence. So with this, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the approval of the proposed resolution.
So there's a motion for the approval of the proposed resolution expressing profound commendation and recognition to Ms. Kayla P. Balungkas for her outstanding academic achievement in graduating cum laude with a bachelor's degree, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from the Central Mindanao University class of 2025. Any second?
Second.
Any comments? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
For item 1B, 1C, 1D, and 1E, I move to recognize the author, Honorable Rina E. Quinio, to sponsor.
The Honorable Quinio is recognized. For 1B, C, D, and E.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this is an omnibus motion for item 1B, C, D, and E. These are a resolution congratulating or commending the following students who have a Latin Honor Award, all from Barangay Damilag. The following students are Ms. Hanelin B. Chavez, an upstanding resident of Barangay Damilag, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, graduated as cum laude from Mindanao State University, BUUG campus with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, held last July 16, 2025. And for item 1C, Ms. Rica Jean A. Magbuhos, an upstanding resident also from Barangay Damilag, a successfully graduated magna cum laude from Ateneo de Cagayan, Xavier University, with a degree of Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in Elementary Education during the 86th commencement exercise held last June 27, 2025 at the University Gymnasium, Cagayan de Oro City. And for item 1D, Mr. Ezra John L. Gabales from Barangay Damilag, successfully graduated magna cum laude from the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines with a degree of Bachelor of Technical Vocational Teacher Education, major in Food Service Management, held last July 29, 2025. And for item 1E, Mr. Kits Andrew M. Rubio, an upstanding resident of Barangay Damilag, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, successfully graduated cum laude from the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Geodetic Engineer, held last July 29, 2025. Whereas academic excellence is a milestone worthy of recognition, and it is fitting to commend individuals who bring pride and honor to the municipality of Manolo Fortich through their accomplishments. And whereas to all Latin Honor awardee, their dedication and perseverance and excellence in the academics reflects the values of diligence and commitment that the youth of Manolo Fortich strives to emulate. And whereas their outstanding achievement brings pride not only to his family and community, but also to the entire municipality of Manolo Fortich, as it exemplifies the potential and capability of its citizens to excel in their chosen field of study. Whereas the Sangguniang Bayan of Manolo Fortich deems it proper to extend its warmest congratulations and commendation to all the Latin Honor awardees for their exemplary academic accomplishments and as a model of inspiration to the youth. Now, therefore, be it resolved, as it hereby resolved in session assembled, that the resolution congratulating all the Latin Honor awardee from Barangay Damilag, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, who garnered a exemplary honor for graduating cum laude, magna cum laude, during their commencement exercise last July 2025. And resolve further that a copy of this resolution be furnished to all the Latin Honor awardees and his family as a token of municipality's recognition and pride in their achievements. Resolve finally that a copy of this resolution be furnished to Municipal Mayor Rogelio Anquino for his information and reference. Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the approval, an omnibus approval of this proposed resolution, ordinance number 2025-361B for item E, and the proposed ordinance number 2025-361B of item 1D, and for item 1C, proposed resolution number 2025-359B and proposed resolution number 2025-358B for item 1B.
So there's an omnibus motion for the approval of the resolution congratulating Hannah Lynn B. Chavez of the Milag, graduated magna cum laude at Mindanao State University. Ms. Rica Jean Magbuhos, Barangay Damilag, graduated magna cum laude from Xavier University. Ezra John L. Gabales, graduated magna cum laude from the USTP, Cagayan de Oro, and Kits Andrew Rubio, graduated cum laude at the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. So any second? Any comments? There being none, the motion is now approved. Thank you, Honorable Quino.
For item number 1F, a resolution number 07 series of 2025, I move to recognize Honorable Alex Payanga, the Committee Chair on Indigenous Cultural Communities.
The Honorable Payanga.
Thank you, Presiding Officer.
You're welcome.
Once again, good morning to all members of this august body. I would like to read the resolution number 07 series of 2025 from the Office of Mandopao, IPICC's Bukidnon Talandig Tribe. Allow me, Mr. Presiding Officer, to read this resolution.
Okay, go ahead.
Usa ka resolusyon nga naghangyo sa pag-usab o paghangyo sa malumong panghunahuna sa mga miyembro sa Sangguniang Bayan sa lungsod sa Manila Cortes. Ubos sa pagpanguna sa atong Vice Mayor, Honorable Rinaldo Bagayas Jr. o gilabi na sa atong halangdong Mayor Rogelio N. Kenyo nga ipadayon, ipabalik ang operasyon sa Dahilayan Indigenous Peoples Eco Park isip panginabuhian sa IPs nga komunidad nga nahimutang sa among yutang kabilin kon ancestral domain. Kaysa ang Republic Act 8371 nga nailhan usab nga Indigenous Peoples' Right Act of 1997, APRA, nag-ila sa katungod sa Indigenous Peoples Cultural Communities, Indigenous Peoples, ICC-IPs, nga magpalambo, magdumala ug mugamit sa ilang ancestral domain alang sa ilang socio-ekonomikanhon o kulturanhon nga kalambuan. Kaysa ang komunidad sa mga indigenous peoples sa Mandupao nakatukod og usa ka negosyo nga mao ang Dahilayan Indigenous Peoples Eco Park nga sulod sa ancestral domain. Kini aron paghatag og malungtaron nga panginabuhian, trabaho o kini alang sa mga miyembro niini kaysa ang maong Dahilayan Indigenous Peoples Eco Park and Resort nakatuman na sa tanan legal nga kinahanglanon sama sa registration sa Department of Trade and Industry or DTI, Bureau of Internal Revenue, BIR, business permit issue gikan sa lokal nga panggamhanan sa lungsod sa Manila Cortes, LGU. Og nagkasumiti na kami sa pagkuha og Environmental Compliance Certificate ECC. Sumala sa gahulat kami sa ECC sa i-issue kanamo gikan sa buhatan sa sa Department of Environment and Natural Resources Office Region 10, DENR. Gani pa ang among mga building gi-issuehan na kami og tax declaration gikan sa Provincial Assessor's Office. Mga clearances nga gikinahanglan gikan sa Municipal Environment and Natural Resources Office kun Minro. Certification gikan sa NCIP ug PAMBI. Kaysa ang komunidad sa mga indigenous peoples adunay nagpadayon nga aplikasyon alang sa kadti nga giila na sa National Commission on Indigenous People NCIP ug anaa sa katapusang deliberasyon para sa pagpagawa sa kadti nga nagapamatuod nga ang negosyo nga Dahilayan Indigenous Peoples Eco Park and Resort nahimutang sulod sa ancestral domain sa komunidad. Busa adunay prioridad nga katungod pinasikad sa Republic Act 8371. Kaysa kining negosyo nagapakita katungod sa komunidad sa mga IPs, kaugalingon panggobyerno, pagpanag-iya o economic kanhong kalambuan nga gitugot ubos sa Section 2, 7, 26 o 57 sa IPRA. Kaysa ang pagpahunong o pagsuspenso sa operasyon niini adunay direktang negatibong epekto sa panginabuhian o kita o kahimtang sa among komunidad sa IP nga supak sa espiritu sa IPRA o sa palisiya sa gobyerno nga pagpalambo sa inklusibong pagtubo o pagpalig-on sa IP. Busa karon gihukman sa konseho sa tribo, sa komunidad o indigenous peoples mandatory representative sa barangay Dahilayan nga nagkatigom nga magtinabangay nga malumo nga naghangyo sa membro sa Sangguniang Bayan sa lungsod sa Manolo Portis ubos sa pagpanguna ni Honorable Vice Mayor Rinaldo Bujon Bagayas, ilabi na sa atong halangdon Mayor Rogelio Inquino, nga kami naghangyo nga matugutan nga mapadayon ang operasyon sa Dahilayan IP Eco Park tungod kay kini nahimutang sulod sa among ancestral domain, komunidad nga giila sa NCIP ug nagpasabot sa penal nga pagpagawas sa kadti isip pag-ila sa hingpit nga pagtuman sa tanan kinahanglan o iyang dakong papel isip panginabuhian sa komunidad sa IP. Gidugang paghukom nga ang kopya sa kini nga resolusyon ipasa sa NCIP, Provincial Assessor's Office, Municipal Mayor's Office, Sangguniang Bayan, Provincial Governor's Office, and DENR Office alang sa ilang kaalaman o konsiderasyon o aksyon. Gidawat og niining ika-5 nga adlaw sa Oktubre 2025 sa meeting sa tribo o sa komunidad Mandupa o Barangay Dahilayan, Manolo Portis, Bukidnon. Gisertify, din ako nganlan, Mr. Chairman, ang nag-certify. This is about 71, no, ang mga ngalan nga niya sa ako karon, with the supporting documents coming from National Commission, Indigenous People, and photocopy of business permit, and photocopy of Department of Tourism, and the accreditation of issued by Tourism and the BIR. So with this, Mr. Chairman, as presented to this august body, the request, no, for the consideration of their operation of the IP Eco Park at Dahilayan, Mr. Chair, they are requesting to our office that we give us a consideration for their operation. I don't know, Mr. Chair, Mr. Presiding Officer, of what is the reason, no, behind for this operation. And of course, under the Republic Act 8371, murag walay reason, no? Kay gi-comply man po nila ang mga requirements nga required by the government. So I think, Mr. Chairman, we will consider the request of the said IP or indigenous peoples from our from the barangay of Dahilayan of this municipality, Mr. Chairman. With this, Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval.
In the concern of this resolution is for maghangyo sila nga reconsider ang ilang murag na ay closure order, no? So ang IP Park was issued a closure order for reasons it's not stated here by the executive department. Now they are asking the Sangguniang Bayan to reconsider. So unfortunately we do not have basis, no? We do not have even knowledge gani on the reasons behind. So I don't know if there are comments from the members, but para sa ako, I would refer this to the executive department, or we conduct an investigation on what happened, or at least we will know on the basis of the executive department with regards to the issuance of the closure order. Yes, the Honorable Kinyo.
Mr. Presiding Officer, can we invite the Office of the Building Permit, also Menro, Penro, DNR, to shed us light about this issue? Kay even us, no, wala ta kabalo unsay reason behind the closure, temporary closure. So as a chairman on tourism, ako gusto gid nako nga mapadayon, no, but also as a chairperson on environment, napud gid tay mga regulatories, no, gikan sa national regulatories nga dapat nato sundon from the DNR. So we want to know kung unsa pa gyud ang mga regulatories ni DNR nga nung wala natagaan og ECC, or I don't know why the office of the building permit nga they said nga wala daw, but as per their resolution naa naman daw sila mga gipang comply. So we need to conduct an investigation on this para makapadayon pod sila og ano, if they have the papers, why not? So mag ano lang gid ta, ato lang yung i-clear if they are compliant, and kung na-comply nila walay problema. And even no, si the Office of the Tourism ato pud na silang even promote, nagpadala tag mga foreigners to even promote the IP Park. Kay garbo na nato no sa Manolo that we have an IP Park, and diha pa gyud sa Dahilayan, but then kung nay mga issues about national regulatories nga wala na comply, so even the barangay council knows kung unsigi dapat gyud i-comply. So musunod gyud ta sa national, kay kita there is a local, ato ramang pong sundon ang mga mandatos ni national. So Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Kinyo. Any comments from the Honorable Dimata?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I would like to Okay, Mr. Chair, no? I am in favor to the suggestion of Councilor Quino, no? I also would like to
suggest nga we have to invite the Miss Engineer Salota. Kay sa iya pa ni nga time ang kaning sa from OBO. Kay nganong nanindog na diha ang mga buildings, then karon di ay gisirhan man di ay, no? So di ta kay balo kinsa nga ehensya ang nagpasira, dinawa sa ta kay balo og nalapas ba ni sa buffer zone sa tawag no? So para ma-clear nato ni para matagaan o panginabuhian ang atong mga igsong lubad, ato silang invite diri sa Sangguniang Bayan. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Dimata. Any more? So, we need to know the basis for the closure. I believe the BPLO, okay, sila man siguro more sila man gi-issue og mga notices ang BPLO. So, we'll also invite BPLO. But for now, I think we could endorse this to the Executive Department. Honorable Payanga?
Yes,
If you
yes,
can,
Mr. Presiding
If
Officer.
you can sponsor a resolution endorsing this to the Executive Department, the appeal of the indigenous people of Barangay Dahilayan for this concern. And we will conduct a committee hearing on Monday.
Okay.
So for now, we'll pass a resolution endorsing this concern to the Executive Department with regards to the appeal of the indigenous community of Barangay Dahilayan to the Sangguniang Bayan, appealing for the reconsideration or for the revocation of the closure man siguro niya magiging pasabot.
Yes,
So,
Mr. Chairman.
subject to style, so
So with that, Mr. Presiding Officer, I am amenable for the suggestions, no. So with that, I move, Mr. Presiding Officer, or a resolution to pass a resolution for the reconsideration request coming from the Dahilayan Eco Park.
okay, so there's a motion for the passage of a resolution endorsing this concern to the municipal mayor for the reconsideration of the appeal of the indigenous community of Barangay Dahilayan for subject to style. Any second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
Any comments? So there being none, the motion is approved, and we will also refer this concern to the committee.
Yes,
Committee on
Mr.
Monday,
Presiding.
and we'll invite, as per suggestions by some members, invite Senro la siguro, di na Penro, Senro, Menro, OBO, and BPLO. Kinsa pa? Kana siguro.
Kana ra siguro.
Okay. So that's it. So we'll refer this concern to the committee of the whole.
Of the whole, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Okay, for the committee of the whole. So thank you, Honorable Payanga.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
So we will have that as item 1R, the resolution endorsing to the municipal mayor. Okay. Okay, next, Honorable Abales.
For transferred item 1G, 1H, 1I, 1J, 1K, 1L, 1M, 1N. Mr. Presiding Officer, I move to recognize Honorable Christy Liparto Salabi, the Committee Chair on Laws, Rules, and Regulation and Municipal Co-op Development.
The Honorable Salabi for items 1G, H, I, J, J, K, L, M, N, N, and P. Honorable Salabi.
For item 1G, Mr. Presiding Officer, it is a letter signed by the municipal mayor requesting authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, on the effective implementation of social case management services for former members of non-state armed groups individuals and families affected by armed conflicts. So in the attached document, Mr. Presiding Officer, is the memorandum of understanding between the DSWD and the LGU Manolo Fortich. For the DSWD, it will be represented by Regional Director Ramil Hamin, and also for the LGU Manolo Fortich by our local chief executive. So the purpose of this agreement, Mr. Presiding Officer, is to establish a collaborative framework between the Department and Social Welfare and Development and the local government unit aimed at facilitating the effective implementation of social case management services for former members of non-state armed groups, individuals and families affected by armed conflict. This partnership seeks to promote inclusive and sustainable peace and psychosocial healing and community reintegration through coordinated interventions, shared responsibilities, and adherence to relevant policies and guidelines. The DSWD and MLGU agree to engage in a collaborative partnership which provide clients with appropriate psychosocial economic interventions to assist them in transitioning and adjusting to a new life as they reintegrated in the community. Facilitate the coordinated efforts of the DSWD and LGU in providing comprehensive support services and their families for their full integration in the community and productive individuals with a sense of worth and dignity. So with this, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for its approval.
So there's a motion for the approval of the request of the municipal mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development on the effective implementation of the case management services for former members of non-state armed groups, individuals and families affected by armed conflicts. Any second?
Second.
Any comments? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
For item 1H is also a letter signed by the municipal mayor requesting authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Philippine Statistics Authority for the proposed birth registration project. In the attached MOA for the PSA, it will be represented by the Regional Director, Janet Avis, CEDM, and also for the LGU of Manolo Fortis will be our local chief executive. In the MOA, it specifies that the purpose of this is to enhance a more intensified campaign in improving civil registration aligned with the 3 goals of the Civil Registration and Vital Statistic Decade. So a universal civil registration of birth, deaths, and other vital events, all individuals with legal documentation to claim identity, civil status, and ensuring rights and accurate, complete, and timely vital registration and produce a disseminated. To register those unregistered birth and other civil registry documents, especially the IPs, Muslim, Filipinos, and the poorest sector covering all the cities, municipality in the province. It is to assist the processing of out-of-town registrations of birth and other civil registry documents for unregistered residents in the province. To verify from the PSA Civil Registry System database and the existence of birth and other civil registry records to avoid double or multiple registration through omnibus certification. It is to implement the Civil Registry Information System, or PhilCRIS, in the mobile registrations. And last, register the Phil ID of the birth registrants. So I think, Mr. Presiding Officer, it is very beneficial to the community, so I move for its approval.
So there's a motion for the approval of the proposed of the request of the municipal mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Philippine Statistics Authority for the proposed birth registration projects. Any second?
Second.
Any comments? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
For item 1I, it is also a letter signed by the municipal mayor requesting authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Bukidnon Second Electric Cooperative Incorporated, BOSECO, Cooperative Incorporated, BOSECO, of the installation of the electric power supply for the operation of septage treatment facility upgrade 3 phase line. So with this, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for its approval.
So there's a motion for the approval of the request of the municipal mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Bukidnon Second Electric Cooperative Incorporated on the installation of the electric power supply for the operation of septage treatment facility upgrade to 3-phase line. Any second?
Second.
Any comments? There being none, the motion is approved.
For item 1J, it is also a letter from the municipal mayor requesting authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Bukidnon Second Electric Cooperative Incorporated on the installation of electric power supply for the operation of ABC Building LGU Manolo Fortich 1 phase line. So with this, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for its approval.
There's a motion for the approval of the request of the municipal mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Buseco Incorporated on the installation of the electric power supply for the operation of ABC Building LGU Manolo Fortich single-phase line. Any second?
Second.
Any comments? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
For item 1K, it is also a letter from the municipal mayor requesting authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Barangay Lindaban for the implementation of the plans and programs of the barangays amounting 200,000 pesos. So it is the purpose of this, Mr. Presiding Officer, is for the rehabilitation of their roads. So the source of the funds is coming from the aid to barangay. So with this, I move for its approval.
There's a motion for the approval of the request of the municipal mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Barangay Lindaban for the implementation of their plans and programs of barangay amounting to 200,000 pesos only. Any second?
I second.
Any comments? There being none, the motion is approved.
For item 1L, it is also a letter from the municipal mayor requesting authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Barangay Kalugmanan for the implementation of the plans and programs of the barangay. It is from the municipal peso-peso program for the road rehabilitation amounting 120,000 pesos. So with this, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for its approval.
So there's a motion for the approval of the request of the municipal mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Barangay Kalugmanan for the implementation of plans and programs amounting to 120,000 pesos only. Any second? Any comments? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
The next item, for item 1M, it is also a letter from the municipal mayor requesting authority to enter into a memorandum of understanding for Tayo Ang Kalikasan program with the following participating agencies. In the attached memorandum of understanding, Mr. Chair, is a tripartite agreement from the DNR, represented by Henry Adonardo, and also for the local government unit, represented by our local chief executive, and also for the MCDC, the Municipal Cooperative Development Council, represented by the chairman, Lydia Yambagon. So allow me to read the whereases, Mr. Presiding Officer. First is Executive Number 192, Section 4, mandates that the DNR, as the primary government agency responsible for the conservation, management, development, and proper use of the country's environment and natural resources, including forest and grazing lands, mineral resources, watershed areas, and lands of the public domain, as well as the licensing and regulating natural resources within the utilization to ensure the equitable sharing of benefits of the present and future generation. Whereas that the government of the Republic of the Philippines recognize to encourage the cooperation and active participation among citizens, civic organization for a comprehensive management program for water pollution prevention and to promote the water quality management and monitoring pursuant to Republic Act Number 9275, known as the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004. Whereas the DNR recognizes a significant role of partnership with the public and private sectors and the community in achieving a cleaner, safer, and healthier environment. Whereas that the MCDC conveyed its intention to support management, protection, conservation, and prevention of our environment in terms of the RA 9275 and RA 9003. So it says here also, Mr. Presiding Officer, the commitment for the MCDC. I'm just going to highlight the most important thing, is to support the program on restoration and rehabilitation and development by signing the covenant membership to and be part of the Tayo ang Kalikasan as a local chapter of the movement. And also to conduct tree planting activities along the adopted area of assignment easement using indigenous fruit forestries, including bamboo species, and follow its specification as to be provided by the DNR. For the DNR, Region 10 and LGU, Menro, is to provide necessary technical assistance of the river rehabilitation and related activities. Provide a specification of the suitable tree species, including the planting of fruits, trees for both human and wildlife consumption. So I think, Mr. Presiding Officer, that's all of the most important whereases of the memorandum of agreement. So with this, I move for its approval.
So there's a motion for the approval of the request of the municipal mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding for Tayo ang Kalikasan program with Municipal Cooperative Development Council, the AMN Bayo, the Pulog Eagles Club, the Prince Min Corporation, Buseco, and Sigma Lambda Epsilon. Any second?
Second.
Any comments? You mentioned the most important parts. What are the not important parts?
All are important, Mr. Chair, but the most pinaka-importante. But Mr. Chair, only the MCDC is in the tripartite agreement.
Not including the AMN Bayo,
Yes.
the Pulog Eagles Club, okay? Only the MCDC.
Yes, Mr.
Any
Presiding
further
Officer.
comments? Hearing none, the motion is now approved.
For item 1N, it is also a letter signed by the municipal mayor endorsing a pertinent documents of Barangay Dalirig relative to their application for the issuance of gratuitous special use permit to the DNR of the implementation of the construction of water system and Panalsalan for year 2025 support to barangay development programs for appropriate action. So in the attached document, Mr. Presiding Officer, is the resolution coming from the Barangay Dalirig asking us for a resolution endorsing the said project to the DNR and natural resources. So the main beneficiary of this program, Mr. Presiding Officer, is the residents of Barangay Dalirig, especially the Dalirig National High School and the Dalirig Elementary School, for their sustainable, safe, and reliable water supply. So with this, I move for its approval.
So there's a motion for the approval of the request of the municipal mayor endorsing the documents of Barangay Dalirig relative to their application for the issuance of a special land use permit to the DNR and implementation of the construction of water system at Panalsalan. Support to barangay development programs. So any second? Any comments? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
For item 1P, can we jump to item 1P, Honorable Liparto?
For item 1P, it is a accreditation applications of the following associations: Mindanao Junior Golfers Association Incorporated and Lingion Manolo Fortish Motorist Association. So as per checking with the documents presented to us, Mr. Presiding Officer, they have followed the required documents for the accreditation. So I move for its approval.
So there's a motion for the approval of the accreditation of Mindanao Junior Golfers Association Incorporated and Lingion Manolo Fortich Motorist Association. Any second? Any comments? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Salabi.
For item number 10, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move to recognize Honorable Rina E. Quinio to sponsor this.
The Honorable Quinio.
For transferred item 10, this is from the Municipal Budget Office, dated October 7, 2025. And this is a copy of the annual budget for the calendar year 2025 of Barangay Mantibugao and the supplemental budget number 1, the 2025 of Barangay Sangkanan. Attached herein is a certification or the technical review analysis sheet of Barangay Mantibugao for the calendar year 2025. Their available resources is coming from their share on national tax allotment, share on real property tax collection, share on community tax, other business income, clearances and certification fees, income from grants and donations, miscellaneous income, garbage fees collection, and for a total of 6,714,995 pesos to be appropriated for their personal services, maintenance and other operating expenses, and also for their 20% Barangay Development Fund, 10% of the Sangguniang Kabataan, 5% of LDRMF, and for the 5%, 70% of this is for the disaster preparedness, and 30% for the Quick Response Fund, for a total appropriation or budget of Barangay Mantibugao, signed by our local finance committee and approved by our municipal mayor, is amounting to 6,714,995 pesos. And for the Barangay Sangkanan supplemental budget number 1-2025, attached herein is a technical review analysis sheet of their supplemental budget number 1-2025. Their available resources coming from their retained earnings for the calendar year 2024 is amounting to 246,837.88, and to be appropriated for their personal services, maintenance and other operating expenses, and for their 10% Sangguniang Kabataan Fund. Total appropriation or budget is 246,837.88, signed by our local finance committee, approved by our municipal mayor, Mayor Rogelio Anquinio. Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the approval of the annual budget calendar year 2025 of Barangay Mantibugao and the supplemental budget number 1-2025 of Barangay Sangkanan.
So there's a motion for the approval of the annual budget of Barangay Mantibugao amounting to 6,714,995 pesos, and supplemental budget number 1 of 2025 of Barangay Sangkanan amounting to 246,837.88. Any second? Any comments? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
For the transferred item 1Q, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move to recognize Honorable Alex D. Payanga to sponsor this item.
The Honorable Payanga.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. This is a resolution appreciating the Northern Bukidnon State College, NBEC, for its participation in the 28th commemoration of the Indigenous Peoples Month celebration, particularly and the presentation of Laga Daw Malaki to showcase their ethnic attire and advocacy to preserve indigenous culture and tradition. Whereas the month of October is declared as the Indigenous Peoples Month pursuant Presidential Decree Proclamation number 1906 Series 2009, recognizing the importance of indigenous peoples, IPs, in preserving the country's heritage and ancestral traditions. Whereas the municipality of Manolo Fortich, through the Municipal Indigenous Community Affairs Office, MEPCA, spearhead the annual commemoration of the IP month with various activities highlighting the identity, unity, and cultural pride of indigenous cultural community. Whereas the Northern Bukidnon State College, NBEC, has been an active partner in promoting indigenous culture, education, and has shown its continuous support through the participation of its student and faculty members in cultural presentation and advocacies. Whereas the participation of NBEC in the presentation entitled Laga Daw Malaki aims to showcase traditional ethnic attire, music, and dance as a means of advocating the preservation of indigenous culture and tradition among the youth and the wider community. Whereas the Municipal Indigenous Peoples Community Affairs Office, recognizing the invaluable contribution of NBEC in strengthening cultural awareness and indigenous identity through education and community engagement. Now, therefore, on motion by Honorable Alex D. Peanga, it is hereby resolved to appreciating the recognize the Northern Bukidnon State College in BEC for its meaningful participation in the 28th commemoration of Indigenous Peoples Month celebration, particularly in the presentation Laga Daw Malaki, highlighting the preservation and promotion of indigenous culture tradition. Resolved further that the copy of this resolution be furnished to the Northern Bukidnon State College, the Municipal Mayor's Office, and the National Commission of Indigenous Peoples, or INCHABI. With this, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the approval.
So there's a motion for the approval of the proposed resolution appreciating the Northern Bukidnon State College for its participation in the 28th commemoration of the Indigenous Peoples Month celebration, but particularly in the presentation of Laga Daw Malaki to showcase their ethnic attire and advocacy to preserve indigenous culture and tradition. Any second? Any comments? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Peanga.
For the announcement, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move to recognize Madam Secretary to do the announcement in relation to the legislative agenda.
Okay. Madam Secretary.
Maayong buntag sa tanan on Monday, we are scheduling the presentation of the legislative agenda for calendar year 2025 to 2028. It will be participated by the heads of offices, the punong barangays, and representative from the various CSOs, and I am requesting your presence during that day, because it is very necessary for us to come up now with our legislative agenda.
So our presentation will be available this afternoon. This afternoon, we will send the copy of the legislative agenda for your comments and could possibly amend or possibly revise. For reference also. So everyone is encouraged to be here, 1:30 in the afternoon, okay ra? Monday. May manang Monday kay Lunes. So after the committee hearing, we'll have a lunch break and then we'll have our legislative agenda. Okay ra? Okay, any other announcements? Nabadaw lunch. Nabadaw lunch Monday. Nai-lunch sa Monday? Wow, sponsored by Madam Secretary.
For the adjournment, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move to recognize our SK Princess CJ Padin to do the...
Madam Princess?
Mr. Chair, since we've already finished all the agendas and also the announcement, I move to adjourn the regular session.
So there's a motion for the adjournment of today's regular session. Any second? Any comments? There being none, the motion is now approved. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. And for those who would want to have a copy of the